Hi there, how are you guys doing? As promised, I was going to come out here and show you everything that I am working on in the yard. And I'm just about to get started with my weed whacker. But I wanted to show you this part. This is the area where we're getting that cleaned up. That's where the fig tree is. So this is quite the jungle mess right now. Yep. Just going to work on clearing all that, and hopefully we're going to get some of those vines out as well. I'm going to need my lawnmower or my riding mower for this area right over here. Hope you guys can see that. So it is quite the job that I'm going to embark on today. I did a lot yesterday, and it is a little bit chilly. It's supposed to be raining Wednesday, and then the rest of the week we'll see what's going to go on with the weather. But I just want to pop in and do a quick video on what we have in store for today, and I will try to continue this video in a little bit. Oh, my kitty cat. Hi, kitty. Here's Kitty. Hi, kitty. What are you doing? We hear things. Such a quiet day today. Here's my cat. Hasn't she gotten a little bit bigger? Kitty, what are you doing? She slept with me last night. Hi. Hi, sweet girl. Come. No. Not feeling loving right now. What are you doing, kitty? Are you hungry, doll? Yeah? What are you doing? What is she doing? Yeah. I'm going to work a little bit on this area. Probably the best way to really cover this part of the yard. You can see back there's pomelos. We have pomelo fruit, which is like a giant grapefruit. So if you're familiar with that, that is a winter crop, and it's actually a little chilly, so you always have to wait for the first frost before they're ready, and a lot of people pick those for Chinese New Year. They're not ready right now, but the temperatures have dropped here in Florida, so I might just leave that for a little bit over here in this area. I'll mow it and it'll come back, so just to keep the dirt down, I'll probably leave it like that, but I do want to hit the area behind me because there is a fig tree. There's some trees back there, more pomelo trees with fruit. As you can see, there's some pomelos that have dropped from the trees. Kitty's checking that out. Kitty. She likes to play in those areas, so I hate to. And we also have little critters like possums, and that area as well is where the cardinals house themselves during the summertime. So I hate to clear it, but it needs to be done. You could see right here above me. Let me see if I could show you. So these are air potatoes and potato vines, all kinds of vines that are very invasive. You can see with this particular tree, this is a persimmon tree. There's some gourd, there's some squash, those are loofah. Again, this is planted way too close to the persimmon tree. This is our persimmon tree. Persimmon tree season is over, so there's no fruit on that, but it didn't produce a lot of fruit due to the coverage of this invasive vine. Again, that's the loofah. You can see, I don't know if you guys could see that. Get a chance to look at the loofah. And that is a lot of detail work. So you could see, if you ever have, if you want to plant, oh, those are Oh my goodness. Okay, so how do I get over there? I'm gonna go over there because there's actually bitter melon. Let me see if I could go on that side and show you guys some bitter melon. Oh, yes, here we go. I'll come on this side and maybe you could see it. But these are little bitter melon right here. A lot of we use it. A lot of Asian cultures use the bitter melon, and you could cook that, and it's very good for you. So they are actually growing. Here's one that's ready. So that's, if you're not familiar with the bitter melon, it's a type of gourd, and inside it has a membrane that's pretty bitter. That's hence the name bitter melon. But if you take that out, if you take the membrane out from the inside, then it will be less bitter. And you could cook that as the vegetable with some meat or shrimp, seafood. And a lot of people, like I said, it's used a lot in the Asian cultures. So we just happen to be out here. And these guys have a little bit more to grow. And you always want to watch them because in a few days they could be overdone and then they turn orange and then they go to seed, kind of like this guy right here. So you could see that these vines, and this is a mix of air potatoes and the loofah squash, which is this guy right here. You guys could see, you could actually see the loofah sponge, and that's what people use as bath sponges. And there's tons of seeds that will fall, and here's more seeds. You can see the loofah underneath there. You could use that. This one is probably going to just go to seed. I'm going to probably take these out so they don't fall all over the place. I need to get my clippers to do this. So here I am out in nature. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. But you can eat these, but you don't want to wait too long because then they become hollow and light and they're really not edible. So I'll probably go get my clippers and take this so the seeds don't drop to the ground, because really the goal is to get all these vines off of the persimmon tree so that it could produce fruit next season. And that's what we're working on here. My sister has been helping me. She does a lot of the detail work. I'll go in with my weed whacker. So if you guys are if you're like us and you have a lot of vegetation, sometimes planting this next to fruit trees can cause a lot of issues, and in fact it can kill trees. So maybe you could see back here, over right here, yep, right there, that tree back there, you can see all the vines that are very invasive, and that is covering pomelos. And really, because we don't spray and we don't put any chemicals to kill the weeds, we have to do this by hand, and it is quite a chore because we have a lot of these pomelos. And here's a pretty pomelo. This is ready. This will be ready. You can see how big it says. Big. This one's as big as my hand. I don't know if you could compare that, but a lot of the times they grow about 3 times this size. And because there's another one way up there too. There's hundreds of pomelos, and we're in North Florida. So let me see if you can see that guy right up there. That one's big, and they don't grow too much bigger. They have a very very thick rind. So we grow the white pomelos and the pink flesh pomelos. There's Kitty over here. Sorry if you guys can't hear me. I'm just trying to just show you how these vines can really take over. And you can see an air potato right up there. And those are the vines. They're extremely difficult. Here's the air potatoes, which I believe are poisonous, and some people are actually allergic. You could see those are air potatoes, and these are potatoes we don't eat, but it is connected to a vine. And like I said, we don't use chemicals to get rid of this, so we're going to take these air potatoes and put them and make sure that they don't establish themselves back into the ground. It will probably take several seasons to really get rid of that issue and that problem, but it has to be done. We have to. And over here, I was able to clear the little roundabout. All the little orange or the yellow fruit, those are all pomelos. And we have Kitty, my kitty. Hey, sweetie, you want to say hi? Oh, there she goes. This area right over here, this is our well house, and I cleared a pathway. Hopefully you could see this. I wish I would have done a before and after picture. This is all done by my weed whacker and by hand. We could see the well. I actually had the plumber come a few weeks ago, so this was all overgrown, and he asked me if I could clear a path. So that actually took several hours for me to do. But back here, these are all the detail work. We need to take out these vines that are choking our pomelo trees. So there's a lot of competition in nature, and if you live on a farm or orchard or a place where you have such vegetation, we don't want to use any type of chemicals to kill the invasive weeds and the invasive vines that grow on the property, because these are fruit that people eat, that customers eat, that we eat, that we enjoy. So we don't spray anything, any pesticides, any of that, herbicides, nothing on the property, because of the fact that, number one, it's not good for the environment, and number two, you don't want to ingest that in your body. So one of my goals is here to come in. This is a fig tree back here, and it used to have a bunch of figs, but right now it's really covered in air potato vines. And it's old tree. They cut it back because it was right next to the well house, which is right here. That's where we turn off the water. I'll show you guys. Always cool to take a look. And this is the well house. We turn off the water. And this is where, this area is where the cardinals like to hang out. But, it's a lot of details. It's just me, my sister. Sometimes I get help, my mom. So I just really want to clean this area up and get our trees healthy so the fruit can be healthy. And this has been quite the job. I haven't even shown you what we did yesterday in the front, because it's actually really getting better. It's getting cleared up. So I'm going to quit talking. I'm going to get to work. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Hope you enjoyed this video. I promised I wanted to take you guys more outside. Maybe some of you are cooped up in the house. Maybe it's a little chilly, because if it's cold here in Florida, I know it's definitely cold where you are. So, all right. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Love you.